Hey you guys, how you doing? My name is Cazhhmere, filmmaker, director, and you are watching Art, Fortune, and Fame. For me, it's really about artistry and creativity. Like some dude just trying to do a music video because he's just trying to rap because everybody's doing it. I'm not really interested in it, you know what I mean? But if it's somebody that really has like creative and artistic vision, then that's something that I'm into. You know, I'm kind of at a stage in my career where I'm not necessarily doing as many videos as I used to do. I've been doing music videos for 13 years now. I'm kind of, branching off into other areas of film. But music videos is my first love. So I never want to not be doing music videos, but now it's more like, bring me some creativity, bring me some artistry, because I feel like that's kind of something that's missing from today's day and age. Because everybody can pick up an iPhone or a 5D or whatever, like a lot of the artistry is missing from music videos, Like my mentors, they were trendsetters. Regardless of whether it was a low budget video or a big budget video, they were trendsetters regardless. And I feel like a lot of that is missing, So if if you're interested in working with me, it's, just bring that artistry. Because I'm an artist at the end of the day. I'm a storyteller. That's what I like to do. That's how I make my living, So give me a story I can tell and we'll create some magic, You need vision, really. You gotta have stories to tell, Because that's, at the end of it, that's what filmmaking is. We tell stories through moving pictures. And your project is only as good as a story, It's only as good as a concept. So I don't care you got a red cam. People are like, yo, I got a red cam, this and that and this third, but I don't really care. How good is your story? What's the concept like? You know what I mean? How good is the substance of the project that you're trying to put out? That's what's more important to me. Because at the end of the day, especially in the digital era we live in, anybody can make something look pretty, But is it actually good? Is it gonna grasp my attention for that 3.5 minutes or that 27 minutes for a TV show or an hour and a half to 2 hours for a movie show? Like, the story's gotta grab me. You know what I mean? My influences, they come from everywhere, to be honest with you. Life, movies, TV, fashion, commercials, arts, photography. I kind of get inspiration from anything, you know what I mean? Like real life, music. I may listen to a song and it just sparks an idea and I'll be like, oh, it gave me an idea. I'm like, oh, this would be dope for a music video. Not for that song, but I just keep it in my vault of ideas, you know what I mean? Until something comes around where I'm like, oh, I got an idea for that actually that I thought about just randomly. Director X, a friend and mentor, Hype Williams, Diane Martell, Francis Lawrence, Mark Romanek, David Fincher, Spike Jones. These are all like directors that I look up to, and I watch their work and I study their work, and I'm always learning something from their style of directing. Even if it's a video that I've seen a million times, there's always something new to see in it, Guidance, really. It's like mentors they're people that have been where you've been before, so they can help you prepare for what's to come, but also give you advice. I mean, my very first mentor that I really had in this industry, a woman by the name of pt.2. She was a producer at Much Music at the time, and one of the main things she ever told me was that she's like, because you're a black woman, you're forever gonna have to work 5 times as hard as everyone else. And she was not wrong. She told me that like 15 years ago, and she was never wrong, And she was speaking from experience because she herself was a black woman working in the music, film, and television industry. And so she was just letting me know what is to be expected if I choose to take this path. And those are things that we can only get from people that have been there before, you know what I mean? I just feel like mentors are very important. Nominated for MMVAs, Junos, various film festival awards, and I've won various of those here and there, you know what I'm saying? I don't really keep track of like the awards that I've won, to be honest with you. Like, not to say that I've won so many that I can't keep track, that's not what I'm saying. It's just like, those are cool for me, but what's more of an award for me is seeing my work on TV every day, seeing the hits on my social media when I post videos or I post promos for like documentaries and things like that. seeing those hits increase. That's the award for me. You know, like awards are cool, but I'd rather be working. I'd rather see people actually enjoying my work, because those awards are determined by people that just sit in their offices all day. You know what I'm saying? They're not determined necessarily by the people that are actually watching and being motivated or inspired and feeling my work. You get me? So those are the things that I focus on, but I also do feel privileged to have been nominated and have won a number of various awards throughout my career thus far. Being your own boss sounds nice, but it's not meant for everybody. And as an artist, essentially you are your own boss, because as an artist, unless you're working for a label or a studio or a network, nobody's cutting a check for you every 2 weeks. You know, nobody's even maybe gonna cut a check for you every 4 weeks or every month or every 2 months. You know, it's up to you to make your money. You may not get paid for 6 months, you know, and it's up to you, you know, to bring that money in. You know, if in a perfect world, I would just live in the mountains and a mansion and create ideas and then send it off in top secret packages and never have to worry about anything else. But that's just not the way the world works, you know what I mean? And it's not built for it. Everybody's not built for that, you know? Like, I feel that in our society, society as a whole, we're institutionalized. Most of us were meant to have somebody tell us when to wake up and what time to show up, what to do for the 6, 7, 8 hours that you're working, and then when to go home, and then when to wake up and do it all over again. You know what I mean? Not everybody is built for it. Every morning you wake up, no one's gonna tell you that stuff. You gotta determine that stuff for yourself, but you also gotta make sure that what you're doing is somehow gonna make you money so that you can pay your bills at the end of the month, because you're not gonna be Martin Scorsese right off the top. You're not gonna be Steven Spielberg. Spielberg and Scorsese, they didn't even make Scorsese checks when they started out. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a long time for them to get there. I remember one of the best quotes that I ever read from Steven Spielberg is, in Hollywood, you're gonna have to make a lot of crap before you make anything that is like of merit to you and is gonna get you to where you need to be, where you're good, fine, and stable on all areas. You know. I think that, like, it takes a specific kind of person to live that life, and to also know that, you know, you're not gonna see your friends all the time, you're not gonna see your family all the time. Like, people, friends, family, significant others, they're gonna be angry and hate you all the time. But you gotta sort of, like, you know, put your head down and focus on your art and know that it's all gonna pay off in the end. And it may take a long time to do that, you know, and you gotta be prepared for that. Because even though we are artists, we are also working in the business of art. And the business of art is something completely different. You gotta be prepared for that.